All right. Looks like we are live here this morning. Hey, good morning, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Maude Marion Meagher Productions. This is a film school update. Who knows? Looks like I might pass my trial period here at the film school. Um, just an update. I have uploaded my first attempt at just cut. Cutting and doing special effects and just kind of messing with the camera and trying to give perspective through without verbal cues. So that's one of the things that we learned in early film history and stuff like that. Because there was not sound, we needed to have tracking shots. We needed to be able to do in-camera editing and things like that. Um, so, first of all, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody that is paying attention to the story of how we came across the Maude Meagher archive back in 2021, something like that. We did that. I did a project for Victoria Moretti. We have the archive. I let it out of my possession to a Brandy Derrick. And after thinking about it that night, I realized it doesn't matter if I trust Brandy or not. I have to be responsible for that archive at all times. I have sent it to England and got cold feet. I was going to have Joseph Trinder from the Wooten auction rooms in London area. I was going to have him auction it, but then I got cold feet. I just realized that if I can get the Lady Built a Stone House, if I can get that biography and book to take off, then we have something. Then we're starting to get Maude Meagher's name out there. So that's very important, you guys, as far as our marketing and merchandise. We need to be able to get the story out there. Now, whether I do the project myself and or whatever, I'm 100% confident that the documentary series is going to get done. I do worry a little bit about the time and how much it's going to take, but that's just how it is. If it takes a few years to get this thing shot and in the can, then so be it. I had this one gal, Carol Dean, had expressed to me. She said in the beginning, she goes, "Alex, it's going to take 4 or 5, 6 years." I told her just bluntly, I'll be dead by then. So we don't have that kind of time. So I personally would like to have a trailer shot, a torch, 10 minutes, and then we'll refine down a really sweet trailer out of that. We need seed money. We have permission to film in unincorporated areas of Nevada County. So Miss Kimberly Parker, thank you. She does economic development for the county. She said that we could get permits cost-free to film in unincorporated areas of Nevada County. But she also expressed that she could probably get me into Nevada City area and up into Truckee. So that would be awesome. They have that Truckee jail there, and I'd really like to use that jail as the scene location for the set location. So thank you, Kimberly Parker. Also, we are going to be bringing on a managing agent slash co-producer, Miss Brandy Derrick. She seems to have some connections. I don't know. We're just going to go ahead and trust her word that she has some people that she would like to introduce the documentary series to. So hopefully she's able to come through with that. I'm always kind of wary of people. Obviously, there's just so much potential money with this archive if we can get it off the ground. So I did show Brandy the archive itself, and everybody's very excited about it, and obviously because it has so much content. So the idea is we got 639 pages, we got 21 chapters. I know that I personally, with more content that we didn't put in the book, we can get 3 to 4 episodes per chapter. So we're looking anywhere minimum of 40 episodes. That's 5 seasons. I think we can do each season for around somewhere between 1 and 5 million. And so I think the return will be pretty good. From what I've seen in the pitch decks and what other films, documentaries like this are returning. So the return on the investment is pretty good. You're basically buying an apple for $1 and selling it for $2, and that's the American way. You're making $1 on $1 spent. So that's good. So we can get angel investors. We do also have a fiscal sponsor. We're going to be getting a few of them. And the thing about having the fiscal sponsor is great because the angel investors and the investment companies can invest tax-free into Maude Marion Meagher Productions. So we're a winning horse, and we want people to bet on us. And so please donate. Please become part of the team. Email us at theladybuiltastonehouse at Gmail. And also you can find me, connect with me at the LA Film School. I'm available for meetings. I'd love to show people the school, what I'm going to be learning, the people we're going to be connecting with here in the school. So one of those people is Mr. Oscar Montillon. Oscar is a third year. He's just about to graduate, I guess, at the end of the summer. And that's perfect because we really want to bring Oscar on board as the lead writer. He's going to be hiring a team of screenwriters, and then they'll develop all the scripts over the next 40 episodes. So we're going to really appreciate Oscar, but he's very busy doing a project right now. So we're not going to be able to have his full attention for about a year. Hopefully after about a year, his project is taking off and he'll be able to focus on the Maude Meagher story full time. And regardless, we're just glad to have talented people like Oscar on board. Also, we're going to be showing this and posting this video not only just on YouTube, but I'm posting it on LinkedIn. I want everybody to go to Alexander Warnock at LinkedIn, because then you'll see the people and cast and the crew that we're putting together for the documentary. So it's a lot of really cool people that are in the business. You would recognize, a lot of people will recognize the people that I'm trying to connect with, because people are also seeing the documentary and what I put out. I put out the pitch deck and stuff on LinkedIn, so people can see that it makes money on paper, and that's really what we need. Obviously, it's a good story. It is actually a really good story. I mean, and there's so much nuance, and a lot of the things that I wanted to discuss also is in the archive. Obviously, while she was at Cal, whatever, her and her father had had a strained relationship. He was a strict Methodist, and she was going to be a thespian and writer. Okay, so it was absolutely a great thing that her Uncle Frank and Aunt May had rescued her from her father. And allowed her to go to Cal and then become a librarian at San Francisco, and then obviously into New York, where she becomes part of the YMCA stock company. They go over to Europe and working with Lewis Calvert, and then they do shows for wounded soldiers and things like that. Anyways, it's quite a story, and we haven't even got to the point where she's 40 something years old and builds this amazing 13,000 square foot adobe house, the largest adobe home in North America. So they made every brick. So, and then they turned all the windows were made out of untempered car windshields because the government had changed into tempered glass, and so they had an abundant resource of glass. So that was pretty engineering feat right there, is cutting all those windows, making every brick. They made every brick. 14 rooms. It's Casa Tierra in Saratoga, California. It's part of the Library of Congress, but it's privately owned now. The guy, his name is something. It doesn't matter what it's not. He wasn't very nice. I tried to reach out to him, told him I had the book out and I'd like to do just some still images. He asked me not to come by. So it's going to be hard for us to get some images. I think what I'm probably going to end up doing is hiring a drone pilot and just come in, get our shots, and that's that. So it doesn't own the air. So that's something what I'm probably going to do. I'm probably going to hire a guy up in Tahoe. His name is Chris Talbot. And he has a gallery in Incline. Chris is our stills photo guy. I really want to have Chris be our stills and things like that and work with imaging. So you can check out his work too, Talbot Images. Anyways, you guys, I really appreciate you guys checking this out and checking out the documentary. People that are interested in investing and stuff like that, I have equity in the company. So I own 90% of the company, but I am about to sign a contract with Brandy and Oscar, and that's going to take up 30% of everything. So I will only have, out of 90, I'll only have about 60% left over. But that's fine, because I also, if I can get them to take the reins for that 30% and have them committed to the documentary and everything, we're going to work out the details, because I think what we're going to do is work project by project, unless they want to become part of the company. And if they want to become part of the company, I'm thinking I'm going to offer Brandy 15% of the company, and then Oscar 10% of the company, and then that's 25% out of 90, and I think that's fair. I just want to see what Brandy can guarantee me in the contract, what kind of performance, what kind of time limits she'll have. I've asked for either to have the trailer done, shot in the can, and ready for submissions in 180 days, and or for her to sell the archive, all its future publishing, and this story, and the publishing rights and film rights of the company. So sell the company is what I'm saying to her. That's she's asked for a 20% finder's fee. Doesn't matter to me if I can get into the lower seven figures, maybe just into seven figures. I'm happy. That would be great for me to get this going, get it up and going, get the story sold to either a streaming service, somebody, who knows, Hallmark, Amazon Prime, Netflix. Doesn't matter to me. I'd like to see it as an educational thing, obviously. So I'd be very interested to see it on PBS and or some, the History Channel, something like that. That would be kind of a cool thing, because it has such a large audience. This is definitely going to be a history documentary. So the people that are into this are going to be historian buffs, women's feminists, general crowd also. I think that we'll get a pretty good audience of people that are just curious about the characters in it. The Lewis Calverts, the Arthur Conan Doyles, the Marriott Littises, the Sybil Thorndikes, the Abby Scott Bakers, the Mrs. Ashcroft. There's so much history. I made recently the connection with Mrs. Ashcroft, who was one of the suffragettes that came across the train in prison garb in 1918, or was it 1919? That's when the 19th Amendment was, I think it was 1919, and they were coming across. And then I think they voted it in November of that year in law that women could vote, but then I don't think it was enacted until January. So technically it says it was brought in 1920, but I think it was actually voted in 1919. I'm not sure. Anyways, you guys, please read the book, The Lady Built a Stone House. I need people to buy the book. It's $25. If I can generate a couple hundred copies a month, that'll be great. So please spread the word. The Lady Built a Stone House on Amazon. At some point, I need somebody to help me, and maybe we could get a print-on-demand service or whatever. But for right now, because I published it independently, I've got to use Amazon. They've got print-on-demand distribution, and they're worldwide. And so if I can make that work for me, that's what I'm going to do. If anybody has ideas how to get this up and going, I'd really appreciate the input. So I've taken up a lot of your time, 17 minutes of your time. So thank you so much. My name is Alexander Warnock. I am going to help produce this documentary series from this wonderful campus here in Hollywood, Los Angeles, California. So, and it is wild down here. The World Cup is going on right now. So there's a lot of foreigners, and it's a lot of fun. There's pretty much a really fun party happening here, but it's chaos. And it's a lot dirtier than it used to be 50 years ago, 45 years ago when I saw Hollywood for the first time. It's much different than what I remember. That just happens, I guess. So anyways, you guys, I am going to sign off, let you guys know, and I will make a new video and update you guys in a week or so. All right, you guys, have a wonderful day, and let's make movies. All right.